My name is Noelle Hetzel. I am from Hartford, Wisconsin, and I'm applying for the Cinema Makeup School Next Level of Cosplay competition. I want to go to Cinema Makeup School because of all the schools I've looked at, cinema is the best. It's got the most amazing instructors. Even the student work coming out of there is just phenomenal, and I want to be a part of that. I did save up enough money to go to the crash course that they hold. I got to work under Rod Maxwell, and if anything has solidified my want to go to Cinema Makeup School was taking that 1 week class with Rod. This is my second year. Last year I competed and my piece was Beauty and the Beast. This year I have chosen to do Pan's Labyrinth and make the faun. So this year I did a face cast of Amberlee, who was my model. Plaster mold outside, poured plaster into that, and then had the plaster positive of her face, which I used an oil-based clay to mold the face itself. I needed these faun-like eyes. These are aviator sunglass lenses that I molded in with my clay to make sure that they would fit. Poured it, had the latex piece, and then fastened with latex the lenses back into the positive. I cut and styled my wig and then used that hair on his face. I found that it did not place as well as crepe hair, but it still took very well to hot iron, so I still curled my goatee and my chops under. I bought a morph suit as my base in a light beige color, then covered the morph suit in hot glue, creating a pattern that was reminiscent of bark. The legs are made out of mattress padding, which I cut into strips and then rounded so that they would look like vines, and then went back over with a textured spray paint, again with hot glue to add that barky texture, and then went in and hand painted all the cracks and crevices, nooks and crannies, adding shadow and highlight to be able to make a full three-dimensional piece within the legs. I used real bark on the shoulders, which was beautiful but fragile. So this year I decided I was going to play with silicone, but instead of buying Hollywood silicone, I got a silicone caulk. So I actually got real bark and I rolled it with a rolling pin in my kitchen into clay and baked that to make myself molds. And the texture is great, and then I just painted them with acrylic paints. This year I used alcohol activated paints, and I enjoyed the translucency that it offered. I could speckle and layer the paint to add to the texture rather than covering it up. I wanted a challenge, and I wanted something that would be different than last year while still being able to apply some of the things that I learned last year. I feel like a lot of monster makeups you can just do face, hands, done. This has a more complete feel. I like being able to see the silhouette of my character and have them be a full creature. I like creating things that are different. You can dream up any creature you want, you know? You can bring them to life with texture and color and work with your actor to bring movement to them, but making them a living, breathing, believable thing for the audience.